Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
Alright, and we're back in KSP in the Science Labs of Awesome, and I think I've decided just what I'm gonna buy with 600 science. We can ignore this bottom bit. We have the crappy little solar panels. As much as I don't really like them, these guys can wait. Because what's important is this right here, the nukes. Nuclear engines, to be precise. And to get those, we need these. That'll give us all these things, but I also want these for the docking ports. And we have more than enough to get both, so let's purchase that. And we have nuclear engines, which should be 300, correct, Mundo. And we have this, which is 160. Now, to be completely honest, we don't have enough for both. The issue here is what we're probably gonna have to do is just do some basic science, 13 points of science to get enough for both of these, and because I don't want to make the decision, I'm gonna hold off until we have those 13 points of science. So let's do something I saw Scott Manley do, go into the VAB for just a short moment. Make a ship called GE-1 Immobile, to give it a fantastic name. Give it a Command Pod Mark 1. Let's say with... No, you know what? Command Pod Mark 1 is good. Save that, launch that, and let's have our Kerbal get out and do some science right on the launch pad. I need to get my fingers on WASD in order to make this more legit. Let's make a crew report from the launch pad. Oh, right. Well, the crew report isn't going much of anywhere anyways. EVA report. Recurrent shores. Keep the data. Store experiments. Let go. Let's, take a surface sample. Conspicuous green substance. Keep the data. EVA report. Keep the data. Store experiments. Alright, let's make a little run. You hold shift, not control. Now we're going to walk out to the area over here and do the same spiel. Take a surface sample. Keep the data. EVA report. Keep the data. And that's plenty of science, so let's get back up the launch pad. Go, Jebediah, I believe. Go, Jebediah, go. Grab, board, and recover. Alright. That was a fantastic amount of science, people. It's probably the only time we're gonna ever do something like that. Whoa, what? Oh, 29.9 science. I thought we earned 477. Alright, back to the research and development building. Gotta go up here. Gotta purchase ourselves some nuclear engines. Gotta get some advanced construction. What is this? Advanced metalworks. Alright. And then large control. Now we have 17 science, so let's go build ourselves a ship. I remember stating last episode that... Alright, let's make ourselves a new ship. That this episode was going to be one largely of building. So let's get a large command pod. I'm gonna keep that like that for now. Actually, no, you know what I need? I need to load up the improviser and make little changes to it in order to get us a decent rocket. By little changes, I mean scrapping the whole bottom stage. No, wait, I'm sorry, we needed that. Hit Control Z. Alright, well, let's load up Improviser again, because I need that bottom stage to get this thing into orbit. Just not, yeah, never mind. There's gonna be something a tad bit, I just did it again, not paying attention. Take 3. No, this is my favorite vehicle assembly building music. Alright, temporarily, let's move this aside. Get rid of those. There's not gonna be much difference because this ship has a lot of improvements on its own. The real change is the mandatory connection. What was I just thinking of doing? I need to make this thing... Oh, well, now it's crooked. These guys get moved up. These guys gotta get put on quad again. That's better. Another thing I could have gone for was the rover parts, but I decided against it. We don't have... No, we don't. One of the things we do need, though, are RCS tanks. Alright, so we need some RCS tanks on this. Let's find them. Here are the roundified monocrop tanks. We're gonna have 8 of these because we're gonna need to dock twice, and docking this thing is a pain. I'm gonna make it a little bit easier on myself though, is I'm gonna add an appendage. And that's not dirty, as a matter of fact. In addition to an appendage, I need these RCS ports. Oops. Alright, put them there, they'll do fine. Sure, right there is better. Put them also... Don't need those. Put them here. What we need is fuel ducts. Outwards, there we go. No, wait, I need control again. Need these thruster blocks again. Hey, thruster blocks? Hey! Oh, I understand why now. Thruster blocks can be positioned a little bit lower. And that's that. On the other one, I have an ASIS module, but I understand that that's not going to be necessary here, not only just for the simple fact that we don't have it, But also just because I'm not going to add it because we don't have it. Alright, so where are our docking ports? There we go. Here's our Clampatron docking ports. I just hit tab. Slap our docking port on. Upside down. Are these decouplers fuel crossfeed capable? Because if they are, that's going to be an issue. Oh, we need all the... Oh, wait, we have the science equipment. I'm sorry. We need the other parachutes. That's what we need. Hold on. How long is the other thing? By the other thing, I obviously mean the second ladder that we do have, as a matter of fact. Let's move this guy out of the way. Will not... Hold up. This can be rectified. Oh, crap. Alright, this is something that needs to be tested in depth. But for now, I'm just going to toss a ladder on that like there, and hope that the Kerbal can make the transition. Like that. Like so. Sort of like a jungle gym. Sure, these guys have played at a jungle gym, even though it seems like they've learned to walk only just recently. Alright, so those are our 4 parachutes. These are going to be used for descending to Duna. And the reason this thing has such an appendage is to make it easier to dock with the busser that I have yet to build. And we're going to be building that momentarily. So this is to get it into space. Glorious. Hold on a second, I got something. There we go. I had some schmutz on me. Structural, we have strut connectors, so let's use them. Alright, they all have a place to land except for here. Or do any of these... Alright. As long as there's at least one per side, we'll be alright. Because I don't want this to be too screwy. Now here's... We have... Why are there 2 A's here? PL1 Bell. There's a reason for that, and I'll explain later. It's a book series. It's a reference to a book series. But you probably haven't heard of it. Sorry. What can we stick on this? Like, we have extra room. I'm not used to that. Okay, fuel crossfeed cable, fuel crossfeed cable. Because I'm going to do something funny with adapters in just a second. Alright, so... I actually had a different... Alright, so we're gonna need the fuel tank for this. This is gonna be the busser itself. It's gonna have that there, but that's not really gonna be the top of it. The top of it's gonna be on top of the stay pipe. That's not right. I think I might need to do something a little bit sketchy here. Maybe I'll add the Staputnik afterwards, see if there's somewhere... Hey. Oh, right. Somewhere, maybe there's somewhere I can wedge it in. Either way, we're going to need one of these fuel tanks. Probably a smaller one underneath it. Because this is going to be our bus. We have to make use of these things. That's fuel CrossFit cable, and so is this. And now we need our nukes. Boom. That's excellent. Move this guy up. This guy's gonna have drop tanks as well. This guy's gonna have more than enough fuel. Let's keep that on there. I have a launcher that I have designed that will get this guy up there without a problem. Let's get a Advanced SAS Large. On the top, that's alright. Let's get some monoprop tanks, some big ones. Let's get some serious drop tanks on this thing. So we need structural. We need the radial decouplers. And we need some serious drop tanks. Let's go get these guys. Those are our drop tanks. As tempted as I am to do that, it's not exactly feasible because of the way this whole thing works. Oh well. Can I just drop the... Maybe you should put a modular girder segment on top of this and put the docking port, maybe a shielded one on that to make it look nice. Shielded port. Where are you? There we go. Let's drop a comms device on the vessel as well. Maybe a couple of them. Science Junior, not necessary, because this thing is not supposed to be a science house. We're gonna need solar panels, though. In fact, let's get a bunch of them. That's plenty. Now we just need a place for our Staputnik. Does this need a, It does. Oh, shucks. Hold on a second. Let me see if there's something I can just tack on top of this without needing to worry about... No, it doesn't seem like there is. That we might be up, you know what, creek over here. Hold on, I just had a kind of novel idea. Instead of the normal way of doing things, I'm gonna take one of these, which is normally upside down. I'm gonna take one of these as well, which is also normally upside down. And this is where it gets weird. I put a boil on this thing's butt. Alright, so we're not going to be able to use our normal launcher, so this is going to be where we get creative. I need some small fuel tanks. Let's get these guys. Not necessarily small, but smallish. It's not the size, it's how you use it. We're using it rather well. Let's drop that into there. Let's drop these in towards there. And other than that, let's just attach a strut here to balance it out. There, all set. Let's get our nukes again. That's nuke. Don't ask me what prompted this idea, it just kind of happened. These need to be lowered just a tad. There we go, beautiful. Maybe we should include micro-docking ports for refueling, but maybe not. What's this doing here? Oh yeah, it's other stick picnic. Alright, now it gets to the tough part. Well, we made it tough. Let's drag this guy up to the sky. We're gonna have clusters of engines. Tell you that. So let's get out some of these. Yeah, here we are. This is gonna be very, very different from what I did back on my other save game. But hey, this is all about innovation. Getting this fuel tank into orbit is going to require a heck of a lot of Delta V. This is actually considerably more than I did back on my other save game. Don't ask me why I decided to add the more fuel. I never even got to use the one on my other save game. It's not like I have evidence that the amount of fuel that I would have taken is not enough. But the simple fact of the matter is my launch stage on my home computer was incredibly overpowered. Like, unbelievably. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna just give these guys a little tie downs. Oh, that's not... Whoa. Alright, that should be... Whoop. No. Triple symmetry. All the way across the sky. Click, 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 click. Now, we get our quadruples and all of the struts don't work. Oh, wait, hold up. Not that way, you doofus. Try it now. Struts? No struts. Some struts. Alright, the important struts are lining up. We can fix the rest of them. Whoa, bad. Okay, now none of the struts are lining up. Fantastic. Let's just jump around, fix these guys up. We just don't want this falling apart during flight, because that would be quite disastrous. Quite, yes, quite indeed. And we're gonna tie these bundles together. It's the bundle. Just in Zistonian fashion, we have made a bundle. And now we just screwed it up. Where the hell are those other struts? Alright, Control Z. Alright, that's better. Alright, what's the word? More something. I think it's It's a line from something, and now I can't remember it. Come on, couple it to the bottom. This is getting weird. Alright, come on. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, that one's going first then. No, wait. Come on. This is that very slight asymmetry kicking in. Just ruining my day. Fine, gonna do it one at a time. That one's good. That one's good. God damn it, Kerbal Space Program, why do you make me do this? Turn that one upside down, it's good. Let me guess. Turn it upside down again? No. No dice. Let's try something. Why not? Try it from a different angle. There. That took way too much effort. Wait, now do we have a, no, okay. Now we will probably have some loose struts, and we have an awfully wonky rocket. But that's okay, because all that matters is that it gets off the ground, and I'm fairly certain that this one might. Ah, and these guys are not accepting, that. So I'll need to do them individually. I'm surprised I haven't used the assemblies feature as much as I thought I would. It was one of the things that I was waiting for, because I was like, oh, it's going to be fantastic, I'm going to use it for everything, going to have it remember all of my setups, and this, that, and the other, and then it comes out and I don't use it. It's kind of sad. Same funny thing, it's similar to horses in Minecraft. I was like, oh, they're going to be so cool, I'm going to ride them everywhere, it's going to be the greatest thing in the world, blah, blah, blah. No, didn't use them. Hardly use them. They're quite laggy nonetheless. Put these there. You notice I'm using 30s. There's a reason for that. The reason is because I'm stubborn and I want more power. And if we lose the ability to steer, well, that sucks. Alright. We have some fins. In fact, we have these R8 winglets which turn, believe it or not, and they will keep us stable. Although we don't have ASAS. Oh wait, yeah we do. Yeah we do. I'm a genius. Alright, let's get ourselves... Let's see if this thing gets off the ground. Because I don't want to spend all episode building and you guys never know if this thing even works. Let's drop these into here. Again, this thing is supposed to be nothing more than a glorified bus. It is never supposed to land. It does not have parachutes. And I did not give it a name. Let me think for just a second here. Well, it's a PB1 bundler. Save. Launch. Let's see if this thing gets off the ground. We should have more than enough thrust to do it. I'm just slightly concerned on the stability of it. Of course, we may not have enough thrust due to the fact that this has no resemblance to any sort of asparagus staging or anything like that. So it's going to be very, very slow and quite inefficient to be quite frank. Okay, so this is very slow, very inefficient, and it likes to spin. Which is, as a matter of fact, quite an issue. We're losing the ability to control as we speak. And we're going to enter a polar orbit, which is no good indeed. So this is no good. This design, honestly, kind of crap. So, let's just, revert to vehicle assembly and try that a second time. Maybe there's something else we can do to make this a little bit better. Not the least of which might just be... These are obviously way too complicated and kind of useless. Not the least of which, things we could do. Things to do in... is grab these. No, not these. Grab these. Turn them upside down. Attach them here. And make use of our larger stuff, which I probably should have done to begin with. I just kind of like the tricumbers. Why not? Why not? Found an issue already. Gonna just give this guy a little structural piece to think about his life. Which I'm gonna give him a decoupler, except I never want him to decouple. I didn't want to do that. Move you. And actually, the issue with this now is this fuel tank is kind of short. So let me go and get a taller fuel tank. There we go, that's more than wide enough for all of our daily purposes and non-daily purposes. And that was bad. Let me grab our strut. Come on. There we go. Turn on right. We're going to move up the ways a little bit and connect. And then we're going to go grab our external fuel duct once again. Attach it there. And be happy and rejoice. You're going to go away. Alright, so now we have this. We should strut these across. And I will say these are not the LV ends because I don't want struts hanging around where we don't need them. And strutting engines is an issue. It ends up not only looking messy, but it ends up being messy because, well, it's just no good. Alright, so here's my issue here. We're gonna drop down 3 of these tanks. At the bottom, we're gonna have, what's the largest engine we have here? We have a skipper, right? Yeah, we have skippers. Now, skippers are decent engines. However, they are no good at getting off the ground, quite frankly. They're good mid-stage engines. And the Poodle is also good in that regard. Of course, the Poodle is very low. The Skipper is good for mid-stage engines. Yeah, mid-stage booster. So, of course, we're going to need more engines. Now, these are going to come in the form of attachments on the side. Not sure how we're going to do this in terms of fuel. Well, we're going to need these guys, I know that much, and we're probably going to want more than one set of them. Move that to there. Believe it or not, this is very, very similar to what I did in my other rocket. With these boosters stuck down here, and it didn't even occur to me until just now. Here's an issue, though. The other one was built with a more straightforward concept. These guys are a little bit strange. Just because of the way I built them, not, you know, for any other reason. Tempted to stick some 45s on the side there. We're just... Nope, I did just use 45s by accident. So there we go, we're gonna have some 45s there. Hold on. No, not struts. Because this is how it's going to work. These two engines are going to feed into the 45, so the 45 stays running longer. Because we want to have that maneuverability even after these engines die. These guys are going to... Nope, they're going to feed from the main tank. And the main tank will probably feed from some drop tanks up here, which will use Sepatrons to detach. That, however, is something that is yet to be proven. These need to be in the same stage. These guys are all going to be firing together. We're going to drop those, we're going to switch the nukes, and we're going to continue on. Although, I understand that the Bundler is a bit of an outdated name now that this isn't a bundle. I didn't expect this episode to run long. I kind of expected to jump in here, make something cool, and then leave. But, I guess we're going to be sitting here working on rockets for maybe another 10 minutes or so. Possibly longer. But we'll see, based on how well, that was a brilliant decision right there. We're going to snap off the engines before we even leave the launch pad. Alright, something to note, the ball sack down there is upside down. So, this guy is going to always be pointing orange. Didn't realize that until now. Something else to note, this can definitely be taller. We have more than enough thrust to get off the ground comfortably. I have no doubt that at some point I can actually just run these side tanks all the way up the side, or put cluster drop tanks around here that drop off, and put solid fuels on them to give us more thrust. Oh, wait. That's what it was. go. Now, hell if I remember what that's from, but that's what my friend has been chanting in physics class because we've been doing stuff with maths. So the issue with this is going to be the fact that it's upside down. Wait. Just kidding. I'm gonna tip over this way. And again, we're gonna trade this quick start for more fuel capacity. If you notice, we did get quite a quick start. Also, something I realized, these decouplers are going to be completely unnecessary. Unless we had a stage up here that would help us move around. Which we don't. So, I might just weld these guys directly to it, or I might just do that. Or maybe we're going to have plenty of fuel. No, I'm sorry, we're not. Solid fuels will help that. Maybe solid fuels with Cebatrons on. Let's try and get this up to 100k. Let's see if we can get this guy into a circular orbit before day's out. Oh, stop. We did not put any thingies on this. Okay. Well, that's one return to the drawing board moment. So, back to vehicle assembly. We're going to have to add more fuel. Possibly just another set of tanks, because this has gone brilliantly so far. And I don't want to have too much of a disparity between the tanks for the skippers and the tanks for the LVTs. I mean, all of the LVTs. Put that on there. Swap. Grab this. Place this. And let me guess. Oh, that's not good. Hold on. That's good. Let's go ahead and these on here. And now for a moment of sheer brilliance, brought to you by Geico. And if it were hump day, this would be the perfect moment to proclaim it. Speaking of Geico. You know, now I want to know where they got the name. I might go on a research spree about Geico, even though it's a very strange thing. Even for me to go research. Perhaps I'll come up with an excuse to research it, for example, a project of some description. This may severely damage something. If it does, oops. Alright, so I'm gonna drop some struts between these guys to keep everything stable-ish. I'm gonna put some fins on these guys to keep everything stable-ish. Because it doesn't matter if these guys are the solid fins, because we're not gonna be ever. We're not ever gonna be worrying about these guys tipping, because they're not gonna be tipping. Now we need the Cebatrons to get rid of them. Cebatrons. We don't have those. Oh, yeah, we do. I had a moment of panic, like, oh no, my strategy is severely flawed. Okay, I need to do a little count here. Alright, or I could just do something simple like that. It's gonna be a hell of a lot of Cebatrons, I'm saying that much. That's more than even enough. And because I don't feel like counting the number of nudges that I have to do with this, I just had an idea to make my life easier. It's gonna make the rocket a little screwy, but it's gonna make my life a heck of a lot easier. That's screwy, if anything is. Talking about the Sepatrons, not my life. I'm gonna toss these guys out for now. I'm gonna get rid of these. I'm gonna do the same thing with these and those. And I'm gonna do something incredibly stupid. Let's get these modular girder segments up in here. Up in this. Alright, so there are modular girder segments. On the ends of these modular girder segments are going to be other solid fuel boosters. And I need to remember that that is right there. Yes, perfect. Let's get aerodynamic palette again. Let's get aerodynamic in here. Gonna try and finish this before the 50-minute mark, so I have about 5 minutes. That looks a little bit sketchy, but that's just because of the view. Let's zoom out. That's because these are crooked, and so is everything else. Great. Okay. That's why these guys wouldn't go on straight, because everything here is crooked. Crap! Okay, brilliant ideas. Alright, time to rebuild that. Let's drop these right up here. Let's put these guys on. Let's attach our modular... Let's strut them up first. Just in case we don't have the ability to do series struttage later because stuff is in the way. Struts are going to run from here, actually, to here. Because everywhere else is going to be Sepatrons. All those good contact points are going to be where Sepatrons are going. Going to tack these modular girder segments on. Going to try and line them up right with that line right there. And put them at a 90-degree angle. Because I'm not one for organic design. Especially not right now. That seems to be right about on, and I really don't want these guys to be off whatsoever. And if you guys can tell where I'm looking, you're brilliant already. And I'll give you a hint, it wasn't what I was mousing over. Alright, so here comes back that mantra about not strutting onto engines, even though that would make these struts a lot shorter. Click on there. Alright, so we have those strutted. We're gonna... Oh. Wait. Ah! Wait, what? Oh, that's much better. That was a bit strange. I was hitting Control Z and nothing was happening. So let's strut these up. Those are good. Why are these slightly off kilter? I think that might just be my imagination. I'm getting paranoid. With all the crazy issues that have come about so far, it's no small wonder that I'm getting paranoid. Strutting up is not complete. I'm gonna put these here and there, and I've got to put matching ones here and here. And I'm not going to be too anal about that strut placement. Alright. Let's get the Sepatrons going on here. That's a bit lower, isn't it? I can't tell you. I can't tell you. Now it's a little bit higher. Oh, come on. We're Sepatroning. Why do I care? 50-minute mark has passed. By the way. I don't know you guys can look down and tell that in the video, but I'm just compensating by what I've been doing as opposed to what the video says, which is the video plus the intro, which is, you know, only about 15 seconds anyway, so. Alright, well now I gotta sort out these Sepatrons. That's just fantastic. Well, let's put all these guys in the booster stage. That's a booster. That's a booster. And that's a booster. Now, all of these are Sepatrons. And I assume that this is referring to those. That's right. So these go in this stage. This goes underneath that stage. And then those are these decouplers down here, which should match up with those. Alright, let's try this. I have, 10 minutes before I hit an hour, which I really don't like to go over an hour. But we've been doing quite a bit, so I guess an hour of content like this is warranted. Because of all the fantastic things that we have done today. Mowage. Alright, this is gonna... Oh, nope. Revert to vehicle assembly. Because I forgot the most important meal of the day. God damn it. Oh, go back into structural for a second and put these guys on these boosters right there. A little higher, actually. Right there, that's great. Save A, launch A. I just want to bring this conversation about to editing. I don't know why, just because I feel like that would make this video a lot shorter. But one of the major reasons I don't do editing is not simply because I'm lazy, even though it kind of is. But because... Okay, no, I have to make this launch more stable because that's just... That shaking that we just had there is very, very worrying. The issue with my editing is that when I am on camera, I talk non-stop. And I mean, last episode is a very good representation of that, at least I think so. And this episode will be as well, because I can see part of the audio graph. And it looks pretty consistent with speech. Of course, there are always going to be dead spots where I'm not necessarily talking or not talking about anything in particular. But I don't like to... Oh, no! Well, I'm going to change the staging on the Launchpad because I don't feel like coming back into the VAB with only 7, 8, minutes 6 actually now. Minutes left of video left. 6 minutes left of video left. Brilliant. Alright, the bundler is ready to go. It may not go up, but it's ready to go. I like to trust in my rockets. I forgot the RCS supports again. God damn it. That's how many times now? 3? Back to vehicle assembly? Alright. Let's just go up here, grab RCS. In control. Up here, RCS thruster blocks. 4. Oh. Watch intro. And I'm gonna give it a second little thing there, because I don't feel like we have enough RCS fuel on this thing. Alright, let's go get the more RCS fuel. It's in here. And I just destroyed it. And close enough. Save, go. And I gotta change the staging on the Launchpad again because I forgot it. Also, I don't have any lights on this, and a couple of other things, so let's try and dock it in the sunlight. Don't have lights, don't have landing legs, don't have parachutes, but that's okay, I don't intend to bring it down on anything except a hard ground. Very quickly. Don't have batteries. Don't have a lot of things that I really could just jump back in and put on it. Okay, one last time. I know I've been teasing you guys the whole time, but I've got to go through my checklist now. Because now we're coming down to the wire, and this is where it counts. Alright, so we have RCS jets. We have RCS fuel. We need lights. Okay, we have lights. We need batteries. Alright, we have some batteries. Let's add some more. There are some batteries. Do we have ladders to cling onto the side for dear life? No, but we don't need them. Parachutes, don't need them. Antenna, got it. Temperature and barometer. Never gonna use these because if it comes back down, it's gonna be in a pile of burning rubble. Do we want Separatrons on these to keep them clear of the engines? No, because they're already going to clear if they fall straight down. We have docking port on it. Only one, unfortunately. That's more than enough. Alright. 2 minutes. Click these onto there. Click these into there. Save. Launch. Alright, it's time to do this. We've spent an hour on building this rocket, and that hour is about to pay off. Actually, we haven't spent an hour building this rocket. We spent a little bit of time working on the other one. Unless, of course, this explodes in a giant fireball, in which case it's still going to pay off because it's going to be a very impressive failure. I have no doubt. Alright, and in 3, 2, 1, fire. Let us never forget those who went into the howling dark. No, sorry, just felt the need to say that. I don't know why, it just seems like the moment to do it. This is incinerating that. And if these... Yep, not surprised. Good thing that isn't getting just dismally obliterated. It's getting incinerated, but it's not that bad. And this is one of those first stages that lags so horribly you can't even tell. And initial premonition on this is quite good. We're gonna drop the solid fuels in 5, 4, 3, 2, now. That worked like a charm. We're losing speed, but that's okay. We're about to pick it up again. There we go. We're already 5 clicks up and ascending. Plenty of fuel. In fact, I did just realize we could use the nukes to bring us into an orbit if we were to run out of fuel, but that's not something I want to do. I know we're over an hour now, but that's okay. We're just gonna keep on trucking every single day. We're about to hit 200, and we're still in the thick of the atmosphere. So that means this rocket is a bit inefficient. Turn up the other way, actually. Let me make my life a tad bit easier. Click on that. Control from here. Oops. No. I'm sorry. My view got screwed up because of the fact that we just switched. Turn this way. Quite good, yes. What is our Apple Apps at? 50,000. $60,000. I gotta keep checking back on our fuel consumption because that's important. 70,000. Tip on over, buddy. Circularize this orbit. Kind of reminds me of the Pillar of Autumn, this shape. Okay, we're up at 106, which is quite high, as a matter of fact. The Apple Apps says it's probably around 108 now, 110, okay. We're gonna go up there, and we're gonna start burning horizontally. Come on. I need the ability to turn. I need these rockets to give me a hand. Probably should have put reaction wheels on these just for the extra boost, but I didn't. It's my own damn fault. And we're probably screwing up our orbit, sending it into all sorts of eccentricity-ness. But that's okay, because we have the fuel to correct it. The real thing of it is, we don't want to have to... Yep. We don't want to have to spin the entire ship around when we don't have to. I'm sorry, that was redundant as well. That's the second redundant phrase of the day. This is quite the thrust. There go the, there go the skippers. There go our ND. What did we lose as well? Okay, well we lost the skippers and half of those. I guess, do we have a broken fuel duct somewhere, or is my rocket just acting screwy? Which it could be, you never know. So these are gonna burn out last, and then we're gonna switch to the nuclear powered engines to finish our orbit burn. We're still at 112. We're, of course descending. These are about to drop. And... oh, okay. It's got quite a bit of fuel left, it seems. Kind of want to drop these now because they're becoming a nuisance. They're not giving us all the thrust for our weight that we need. And there go those. Oh, why are these in that stage? Hold up. Great, staging issue again. Well, we probably could get into orbit with better thought, but at a minute 5 and not much hope with us still, I'm just gonna cut this here. Or at an hour 5, minute 5, hour 5. We've gone back to the vehicle assembly building, and I'm gonna give this thing a once over, see if there's something better we can do, and I'll get back to you guys next week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Train Man out.